Welcome to today's episode of Heard and Seen Around. I am Rajesh Karipurath. This is my take on macroeconomic and geoeconomic data points which I find interesting. I hope you enjoy watching it as much as I enjoyed curating it. Cheers.
If I seem unduly clear to you, you must have misunderstood what I said. Alan Greenspan, central bankers speak in paragraphs because sentences are too risky. Nothing makes inflation feel real like paying restaurant prices for airport food. A burger is now a macroeconomic indicator. Every geopolitical crisis eventually becomes an oil chart.
Apple now commands 32% of global smartphone web usage, comfortably ahead of Samsung at 18.8%. That's not just a lead, it's a whole operating system ahead. While Android dominates in sheer numbers, when it comes to actual web activity, Apple users are punching above their weight. Meanwhile, brands like Xiaomi 8.8%, Oppo at 5.6%, and Vivo at 5.6% also are still fighting for space on the home screen. The smartphone market may be crowded, but in 2026, Apple isn't sharing the spotlight, it's holding the microphone. While major central banks are shrinking their balance sheets, the Reserve Bank of India expanded its assets by 20.6% in FY26, more than double FY25's growth rate. Broad money supply climbed 13% and currency in circulation jumped 10.5%. The drivers: aggressive forex intervention, hefty open market operations, and a surprising reality. Despite India's digital payments boom, demand for physical cash is still rising. It's a reminder that central banking isn't a synchronized swim. While the Fed and the ECB are draining liquidity, the RBI is adding to it to keep growth and markets well supplied. India's quick commerce race is delivering groceries in minutes, but profits are still taking the scenic route. Blinkit leads the pack with 2.5 million daily orders and a hefty 86 rupees contribution per order, nearly breaking even with an EBITDA loss of just rupees 3 per order. Compare that with Instamart's 85 rupee loss and Zepto's 79 rupees loss per order. The lesson: scale matters. More orders mean fixed costs get spread thinner and losses start looking less dramatic. Quick commerce is increasingly becoming a game of logistics, density and discipline, not just speed. India's defense spending has gone from a budget line item to a full-blown industrial strategy. The defense budget has surged from rupees 2.53 lakh crores in FY 2014 to 7.85 lakh crores in FY27, a more than 3x increase. More importantly, capital expenditure, the money used to buy missiles, aircraft, ships and advanced systems, has jumped from 94,587 crores to 2.19 lakh crores. The manufacturing story is even more striking. Domestic defense production has climbed to a record 1.78 lakh crores, up 110% since 2020. While public sector firms still account for 76%, private players and MSMEs are steadily gaining ground. India isn't just buying defense anymore, it's increasingly building it. If data is the new oil, India is busy building the refineries. Mumbai remains the undisputed king with 767 megawatts of live data center capacity, but the real story is elsewhere. NCR and Chennai have grown at 26% CAGR, while Hyderabad has been clocking a blistering 37% annual growth rate since 2016. Even more striking, Bangalore has nearly doubled capacity to 170 megawatts, reflecting the AI, cloud and digital infra boom. Behind every UPI transaction, Netflix binge, AI query and food delivery order sits a warehouse full of servers quietly working overtime. India's digital economy isn't just growing on screens, it's growing in megawatts. India's airlines may be flying full, but profits are heading for a rough landing. CRISIL expects operating profits to fall 10 to 15% this fiscal as ATF prices remain over 50% above pre-conflict levels, rupee weakens and airspace restrictions add to costs. At the same time, carriers are adding 90 to 100 aircrafts and lease expenses are set to rise 15%. Airlines are trying to pass some of the pain to passengers through fuel surcharges, but there's a catch. Travelers love vacations, not higher ticket prices. The result? More planes in the sky but potentially less money in the cockpit.